Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Wednesday, May 18th, 2016. Joseph here in the Lynn-Life, Phil in the Jamie Body Mind. We are not the smaller sized Joseph and Phil that you are familiar with. We are from a larger level, but we don't think of ourselves as their related souls. We think of them as our related souls for obvious reasons. We're going to continue to work with the challenges that we have been having, the challenges being with our own related souls, just as Ra's related souls, the one they call our Ra, was having issues with his related souls, attempting and in fact succeeding in assassinating him. We are having issues with our related souls not being helpful in the least and coming in with poor intent. It's likely that's going to continue now that the video camera is turned on. We'll see. As always, we're going with the foundational intention, which is to do what is ours to do right now in all dimensions to manifest the divine plan for real, not for pretend. And in this particular assignment, the assignment being to upgrade the standards of integrity to that which will actually work to manifest the divine plan. And with that, the formally videoed portions of today's efforts begin.
Calling up the central axis. There's someone directly on the central axis. Feels like a loose, asking that presence to draw up all of these channels through you, not to you, and hand them up to the highest concentration of truth and integrity that you can reach on the central axis, and ask them to do the same.
I see an awful lot of looses just in a chain.
That's true.
One after the other, and they are the highest concentrations of truth and integrity that we're able to connect with right now.
That's true.
And they're passing their channels up through each other, threading the needles for all of them and for us.
That's true.
Feels good. Looks good.
Feels
Seems
good.
right.
Looks good. That's true.
Okay. Thank you. What now? What now? What now in order to upgrade the standards of integrity to that which will actually work to manifest the divine plan? Someone is suggesting that we waive the soul plans again, the soul plans for these bodies. So this body would be waiving the soul plan for her, and that body would be waiving the soul plan for that body.
That's true.
These are the soul plans. We're calling for souls who will support these soul plans right here. What do I know? I know that we learn a lot from things that don't go well, just as much as we do from things that do go well if we're really paying attention.
That's true.
And that the project known as Thing 1 went on for 8 months, and we learned a lot from it, including how the portals will rise and fall. And over the past several days, and what have we seen? What we've seen over the past several days is that here in the Search for Truth pillar, the portals are rising, and what that seems to mean is the areas below which there's no active search for truth going on are rising.
That's true.
And now the portal seems to be somewhere in sea level zone, meaning below that, as best we can tell, there's no active search for truth going on.
That's true.
And what did we do in Thing 1? When we would see the portal rising, after a while it was through process of elimination, basically, it became clear that when the portal is rising, what's needed is an influx of soul energy from above.
That's true.
And somebody's going, that's right. And what are you getting? We're getting an awful lot of disruption and intrusion of energy from above, from our own related souls for the most part. And so what is that? That's just a delivery of energy, a gift of energy. Thank you for the gift of energy. And now we'll just grab it and start to grab that whole related soul string, and it's like pulling down a trauma rope, like a level 2 trauma release. Only in this case we're grabbing our own soul energy, and we have the right, and some might say the responsibility to tend our own soul energy.
That's true.
And the intention is to support this life in this body, and we have the right everybody would agree, the responsibility to do that.
That's
And
true.
so we're drawing our own soul energy deeper into the subatomic of these lives. That's really hard to find anything wrong with that, right?
That's true.
And we're just drawing it right on in, past the cellular level, past the molecular level, past the atomic level, into the subatomic, and now we keep going through the Greenpeace level of the subatomic, through the basic training level, of the subatomic. Now my head is starting to feel really odd.
That's
All the way
true.
down below the basic training level, and that's where we were working when everything started to fall apart. And then push down on their heads, push them down, right?
That's true.
And then another self pushing down on the head.
That's true.
They aren't
Pushing
struggling.
down on the head. No, no
That's-
one's struggling so far.
That makes me suspicious.
That's true. That is true. No struggling. Everyone's just kind of passively being pushed down.
Are
That
they
doesn't make
just...
sense.
No, it doesn't. Just slit one open like with a box cutter and see what's inside. I don't think it's really...
I don't think it's
real.
really filled.
No, I think
These
it's...
aren't really souls.
No, they're not. They're something else. They're fakes.
That's true. Like mannequins of souls.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's still a gift
Well,
of energy.
that's
Let's live
true.
stream this way
Live
up,
stream this up because this is interesting.
right?
Soul mannequins.
Fake soul energy. What does that even mean?
That's a good question. Well, I know what it made me think of.
Yes.
Is that conversation about synthetic oil used in a car
Oh,
versus
interesting.
the non-synthetic oil, and having a conversation with some car-related person about it and saying, wait, but the non-synthetic oil is also synthetic, right? And him saying yes, and us saying, so it's all a petroleum product, right? And him saying yes. That's what this feeling reminds me of.
Interesting.
And it's still coming down, but they're definitely mannequin feelings, or like stuffed with sawdust.
And what do I know? That sawdust is sentient, and mannequins
That's
are
true.
sentient, and everything is sentient.
That's true.
It may not be what we thought it was, but everything is sentient. It's just a different form of sentience than we thought we were drawing in.
That's true.
I still don't know what it means. I am aware of the warning we got this morning that heads up, these souls would be willing to poison you.
That's true.
It's like, wow. But this doesn't feel poisonous.
This doesn't feel poisonous, it's just
Inert.
limp,
Yes.
inert. That's true.
Well, what do I know? What we can do is observe the barometer of the portal. Is it still rising, or has it begun to fall?
Feels lower now
It
than it
does.
was before. like
And that
it's
would
dropping.
imply that this is what the situation called for, or close enough to what the situation called for, that it's beginning to have an impact on the portal.
That's true.
Okay. So I can find, this is making a sadness. I can find the presences who we used to work with way down in basic training, and they look so devolved. They look like dark, crawly things.
That's true.
They're not at all interested in the light. They're not at all interested in what's true. They're just looking for food.
That's true.
And to push these mannequins of myself, so to speak, down to them. If you're looking for something to eat, here's something.
Here's something. Correcting the errors.
In correcting the errors, I see how we're only pulling our own soul streams in,
That's true.
and that there are many other presences down in the deep subatomic that are now trapped in the coal mine, quote unquote,
That's true.
because they're below a barrier that they aren't able to get through, even if they would want to. It's impermeable from beneath. We can shove things down there.
That's true.
And so we can find aspects of their related soul streams also that are in our airspace. If they're in our airspace, we have the right, and some might say the responsibility to tend the space.
That's true.
So we'll draw in all the related soul streams for all those presences who are down there. And I know there's something of all of our friends down there.
That's true.
Every single one of them. Those presences are wandering down there, lost in that darkness, looking for food, unfortunately. They're not looking for truth anymore.
No, that's true.
They're just looking for food. That's so sad. Well, here's some food.
Feeding it down.
And I see how many of the presences, as I'm trying to get them to come in, they're pulling their feet away from me and saying, no, I've got very important work to do.
That's true.
Your lower souls are in a bad way. Don't you want to help them? I can't be bothered. I'm busy. I've got my life to live. Let them eat cake.
That's true.
Wow. They're going to regret that one day.
I think they're going to regret it really shortly when they get pulled through the portal.
I have to come in from above them, kind of like with a screen or a mesh.
That's true.
It's like screening down all the soul energy that should be down there helping. All the soul energy that should be down there helping. We'll screen it. And as soon as we get it below the first portal, which feels right about it, heart chakra level,
that's true.
it gets hard for them. They don't have the skills to get back up through those portals. And we just keep pushing them down. They're supposed to be down there.
That's true.
We're just screening for those who are supposed to be down there.
You don't scare me.
It's fascinating, right?
That's true. Including the emissions. Taking
Sounds like bees. What does it sound
like?
like?
They do sound like bees.
Yeah.
Like two bees buzzing around.
Buzzing around.
And what it feels like is trying to intimidate.
Yeah, trying to
like
bully.
Mobsters walking around clinking
but
wallet chains or something.
What they're leaving out of the equation is, yes, it will hurt us, but it kills the bee.
That's true.
You guys
Who
look
looks
like
like the
idiots.
monster?
You look like idiots.
That's true.
Whatever.
You don't scare me.
The needs of the greater good matter more than the needs of individuals and groups. The needs of the greater good matter more than the needs of individuals and groups.